Unlimited anything usually sounds too good to be true, but unlimited paid time off, how could that possibly work? Why would companies go to such lengths to implement such a policy, and how do they ensure that employees don't just all take the entire year off at the same time? Well, in this video, I'm going to be going through everything you need to know about unlimited PTO so you can decide whether or not it's a policy you'd like to implement at your organization. Unlimited PTO is exactly what it sounds like. It is a policy that allows employees to take as much time off as they would like. But hold on, there are some rules and regulations to adhere to. It's not just a free-for-all. Employees still have to let their employers know when they are taking time off, and usually they still require approval. That way the organization can still coordinate and make sure there are enough resources in hand. There are quite a few benefits when it comes to unlimited PTO, including promoting a healthier work-life balance for your employees, giving them a better sense of trust and empowerment, reducing burnout, lowering admin costs, and of course, I think the biggest one is attracting and retaining talent. Let's briefly dive into what each of these benefits actually means. When it comes to a work-life balance, offering unlimited PTO shows your team that you care about them and you value their personal time by allowing them to have space in their lives for things other than work. It is the embodiment of the work hard, play hard mentality. Employees are encouraged to give it their all while they work, but they also can enjoy some well-deserved R&R whenever they might need it. An unlimited PTO policy conveys trust in your team's work ethic and sense of responsibility. It demonstrates that you believe they will actually manage their time carefully so that they can benefit from the flexible policy. Today's employees don't want to be micromanaged and feel empowered when they're trusted to manage their own schedules. A 2024 survey revealed that 52% of employees reported feeling burned out in the past year. Now, research has shown that flexibility in the workday and encouraging time off are some of the best ways an employer can support its employees. With an unlimited paid time off policy, employees can prioritize their health without having to worry about conserving their time off, resulting in a happier and healthier team overall. An unlimited vacation policy throws complex calculations like accruals, PTO caps, rollovers, and even payouts out the window. Because now, there are no quotas or numbers to worry about. It's all unlimited. But this doesn't mean that it's not important to keep track of your team's paid time off though. With now a more flexible working environment, implementing a leave management solution will be key to avoiding all this chaos. These days, the job market is increasingly competitive, and companies need to create compelling benefits packages in order to attract the best talent. Incidentally, with an unlimited vacation policy, it can actually help your company stand out and achieve a better reputation. Unlimited vacations also foster a great sense of loyalty and trust from your employees, so this would lead to improved retention all around. Now, while all these benefits do sound incredible, there are a few challenges and drawbacks you should be aware of when it comes to implementing an unlimited PTO policy. These include the potential for misuse, underutilization, and a possibility of an impact on equity. When we hear unlimited, employers often fear that employees will take advantage of the policy. It's understandable why we might envision this, but the reality is quite different. The workplace culture often discourages employees from taking their PTO, and studies have revealed that nearly half of all US workers don't take all their allotted paid time off. So while it's not impossible, misuse is not as likely as you would imagine. As you now know, employees tend to not take all their PTO. With a regular time off policy, PTO days have a monetary value, incentivizing employees to take them. But with unlimited PTO policies, this virtual piggy bank of days off does not exist. This means that employees don't have any real motivation to take days off because while the policy is unlimited, they don't technically have any PTO days in the bank. To avoid underutilization, It's important to keep track of your employees' time off and monitor their usage, making sure everyone is making time for themselves. Equity can become a challenge with an unlimited time off policy, as employees may feel varying levels of comfort around taking time off. Employees who take a vacation may feel guilty that they aren't working when their colleagues are, and other times it could be the opposite. It's all going to boil down to the company culture and work environment of your organization. For a policy like this to succeed, it's essential to promote an open, supportive atmosphere where taking time off is normalized and encouraged equally for all. So now that you know both the advantages and disadvantages, ultimately it's going to be up to you to decide whether or not this is a policy you'd like to implement. You're gonna have to weigh both the pros and the cons and see if it truly makes sense for your organization. But if you do decide to move forward, here are some tips that you can use to effectively implement such a policy. For an unlimited policy to work, there need to be specific rules in place. Even though vacation days are not capped, it does not mean that employees come to work whenever they like or take off without notice. Other things to clarify include whether there is any limit to the number of consecutive days off, blackout periods where employees cannot request time off, probation periods for new employees, or even a minimum number of PTO days. Get this all in writing and present it to your team with a clear leave policy, and be prepared to address their questions and tweak as needed. When managers take time off, they set a precedent, showing employees that they are encouraged to use their paid time off and that there is no penalty for doing so. This helps reduce any potential guilt employees might feel when taking time off. And it also creates an environment where work-life balance is visibly valued, making team members feel comfortable using the benefit without fear of repercussions or appearing uncommitted. No two companies operate the same way, and an unlimited PTO policy should be adapted to fit the specific culture and needs of your business. Consider what is realistic for your team based on your industry and workload. For example, if your company has a busy season or project-based demands, you might want to establish guidelines on when time off is most feasible. Customizing this policy ensures that unlimited PTO doesn't impact productivity and that both employees and employers benefit from the flexibility it offers. Traditional 9-to-5 jobs are slowly fading away, which means our focus has to change. We don't just want employees sitting there for 8 hours, we want them to be truly invested in their work. For an unlimited vacation policy to be successful, businesses need to value task completion rather than actual hours. This way, your employees will know you appreciate their work rather than their mere physical presence. While an unlimited PTO policy might require fewer calculations, that doesn't mean HR can just quit tracking time off. Leave management doesn't have to be about controlling PTO, but rather it can be about identifying trends, such as employees who may not be taking enough time off, which could lead them to be overworked and burnt out. A leave tracking system like Vacation Tracker logs time off to keep everyone informed, maintain transparency about your policies, and just helps your team stay organized. That's going to be all for this video, so thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this, do be sure to give us a like and subscribe for all things leave management. In addition, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on this type of policy. I know it's a pretty heated discussion out there, so are you for or against unlimited paid time off? Outside that, the last thing I'm gonna mention is that we wrote a killer article on this topic that I'm gonna link in the description. A lot of the information that I pulled into making this video actually came directly from there, so do be sure to check it out. Catch you in the next one.